Hey, I'm Shameik Moore, and I'm in studio with The Hollywood Reporter.
Now you play Raekwon in Wu-Tang and American Saga, a new show coming to Hulu that tells the real-life story of the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
So first, can you tell us just a little bit about your character and his role in this story?
Raekwon, well, actually, my character, his name is Shameik. You know, right now we're not really we're not who we know Wu-Tang to be yet. You know what I'm saying? It takes place. We're scratching the surface where we start in the story. You know, so anything that I do is all about cream, money, cash rules. Like, you know, it's one of the slogans for Wu-Tang. You know, and so if getting money means I have to do this, that's what I'm gonna do to get my money. You know what I'm saying? And while I'm a great rapper, a great lyricist, while, you know, the streets respect me and all that, you know, music ain't paying me. I'm not getting no cream off that. You know, I gotta get my cream, which means I gotta go do what I gotta do.
What research did you do to prepare to take on this role?
The only thing I did was meet Raekwon and spend time with him and, you know, get comfortable, like just hitting him up, you know, like, yo, I'm going to set today. This is the scene. Can we chop it up for a few minutes when I get there? You know, I get there at this time, you know, whoop-de-whoop. He was like, yeah, I can chop it up here. Or, no, I'm going to hit you at this time, or, you know, whatever, you know, it was. And I would just take in what he's saying about everything. He was like, yeah, well, you know, it happened like this, and I know they can't really get into all that, but this is what it really is, you know what I mean? So you could put all that up in your energy with all that, you know what I mean? You know, and I was just like, okay, yeah, I got you. He'd be like, nah, Shaw, you can't be talking to me like that. You gotta talk to me like this, you know what I mean? You gotta, you know what I mean? You know, he's talking to me in his New York accent, but I was never comfortable talking back in the New York accent to him, because he's like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, you gotta put the on it when you really like something. And I was like, all right.
Well, it sounds like you're kind of at this point where you're taking everything to the next level, where Dope was a breakthrough role for you.
Yeah.
Then obviously you had Spider-Verse, but this is now being part of Wu-Tang in this show that many people think is going to be a huge breakout hit, something that would be an awards contender. You know, it's kind of all taking it to this next really big level.
So Dope came out, and then people loved that. But then the Get Down came out. You know, if you saw it, you know, people liked it, and those were drastically different roles. Some would say the Get Down was better than Dope. Some would say Dope was still the best project I've done. But after the Get Down came Spider-Man. Spider-Man did $400 million. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Won an Oscar.
Won an Oscar, the Golden Globes. You know what I'm saying? So, arguably, Spider-Man would be the most successful project I have, and it was animated, right? You know, I will say each time it's getting better. And what I will say right now, I'm 3 for 3. It's 4 for 4. You know what I'm saying? From what I've seen, like each time it's gotten better. Wu-Tang, September 4th. Yeah.
Now you were talking about RZA. Obviously RZA is a co-creator of the show. What has it been like working with him and helping him tell his own story?
Well, I met RZA while filming a movie we have coming out this year as well, actually, called Cutthroat City. It was like a nephew-uncle relationship there, you know what I mean? It's not like big bro, little bro. It's not that. It's like uncle and nephew, you know what I mean? And there's multiple projects that, you know, on the table is like, yo, we're gonna do this eventually. We kind of have our own little game plan, you know, of movies and projects to just build. But Wu-Tang came along, and he was like, yo, Sha, you know, I got this popping off. I want you up in this, kid. Like, who in the Wu would you want to be? You know, and I, at the time, my knowledge of the Wu wasn't, you know, what it is now. So I went to a couple of homies, and I was like, who in Wu would you know, who do you rock with in Wu the most? You know what I'm saying? And one of my closest friends, his name is Jeezy, he was like, yo, you need to be ODB, Warriors Born. I was like, you're not even from New York. You sound like you're from New York. Anyway, and I told RZA ODB just because he told me ODB. And then RZA was like,
I don't know about that.
yeah, he was just like, nah, kid. I went back. I was like, well, who? You know what I'm saying? He came to me. He was like, you gonna play this.
Do you feel like the cast as a whole feels pressure to do this story and the characters justice for the Wu-Tang Clan because they're so involved with the show, but also for the group's fans?
I felt pressure. I mean, I can speak for myself, you know. Like I can list all the Wu-Tang members now, you know what I'm saying? But when I went, you know, even, like all the way through the season, like the one person, as like RZA is my connection to Wu-Tang for real, but I wasn't really talking to RZA every day about Wu-Tang, you know what I'm saying? It was Raekwon, you know. I like was focused on what I needed to be doing. So the pressure on me was that, you know, I didn't have to audition like everybody else, but, you know, I don't want my character, I never wanted it to be the Get Down. You know what I'm saying? Shaolin fantastic, and what he was to the Get Down, I didn't want to be, you know, that was a concern on paper for me and my, you know, my team is just like, how does this differ? You know what I mean? But it is a totally different story. It's a different time. The approach is different. It's gritty all the way through. You know what I mean? The Get Down had a fantastical energy, and there was like, you know, breakdancing and all this other, you know. Actually, fun fact, and then we get back to the question. Shaolin Fantastic, right? That name was inspired by Wu-Tang. You know what I'm saying? And the writer, one of the writers, his name was Aaron, he told me, he was like, you know, the name Shaolin really came from like, you know, the Wu-Tang situation, you know, you should, and it's crazy because the Get Down got canceled, and for me to end up on Wu-Tang, my name is Shameik, in 36 Chambers, they was like, hey, yo, you know Shameik from 6, you know what I'm saying? He got busted in his head. I was like, yo, they said my name on an album that came out in 19, how many people do you know named Shameik? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so in 1995, they made an album with my name in it, right? Okay, cool. Now, Shaolin is for all that don't know, Staten Island is where Wu-Tang is located, right? Staten Island is called Shaolin in Wu-Tang, you know, slang. Right, so I played Shaolin. My name is Shameik, which was mentioned in the album. Sha Rada is my character. It's just like, it's all...
It all feels connected.
It is connected. It's somehow the universe is what it is, right? It's my next project in the evolution, and I get to go deeper, not the same level. Like, I got to be a bad boy in The Get Down, which was different than in Dope, which was like the thing about me as an actor. It's like, who is he? Because these are two totally different people. But now, you know, I'm told the walk is not my walk. This person really is alive. Shaolin Fantastic didn't exist in real life. That was my, you know, interpretation. Yeah, exactly. But this person that exists, how he walks, how he talks, how he laughs, how he looks when he gets mad, how he sounds when he raps, how he eats food, that's what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Which was why I was like, okay. And the decisions that he made and the actual story, it's very, so the pressure's there, for sure. For me, that was the biggest thing. Like, that is my audition to myself, to the world. It's just like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because this ain't Shameik, this is somebody else. You know, can he make me believe that he's Raekwon?
Well, and you even said that with Spider-Verse, in your journal years before, you wrote down, I am Miles Morales, I'm Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And you really manifested that into the universe. I want to know, what are you manifesting now? Even after Wu-Tang, what's the next thing for you?
No, that seems to be a common interest in everybody. And I think what's unique about that, the Spider-Man Miles Morales thing, no one knew but me, you know? And something tells me, like, I probably need to keep it that way. You know, I have a lot of goals, you know, and I honestly haven't written them down in a journal per se. I've been writing it in my phone. I've been using my journal to, like, for different reasons, you know. I'm creating like a clothing brand and all that, you know, I'm writing it in a journal. And I need to use it more for like, this is what I want, this is what I want. But right now it's like, it's very, I have a lot that I want to do. And it's going to take dedication and hard work to get it done. I'm in a position to get it done, and it's not easy, you know, but everything that you see me doing, at least to this point, we'll see in a couple of years if it gets easier, if my team expands with it, but right now, everything is Shameik, okay? Now, there's people that have been helping me, you know, just like, okay, well, you know, it's press time, so I got, you know, better PR this time. And it's like, okay, so I'm doing different things now. I'm able to go up on stage by myself at the awards instead of like, you know, different things are happening, you know what I'm saying? But the moves, like who I'm involved with, how I move, it's just everything is very personal. It's like my hands all over it. The roles we're taking, you know, the music that's gonna come out, You know what I mean? Everything is Shameik. Everything is Shameik, you know. So yeah.
For those who aren't familiar with the Wu-Tang Clan, why do you think this is such a great time for this show to be on TV and for people to find out about this inspirational story?
Well, there's two sides to that story. For one, I think that RZA and Wu-Tang were very smart because they're streaming platforms and whatnot at this point, right? Let me tell you something. The first thing people are going to do after they look at this show is stream 36 Chambers from Wu-Tang. That's more revenue, okay? These men wrote these lyrics, okay? They own the right. That's their music, okay? I mean, it's smart, okay? That's number one. Number two, no one, not in the past, they're about to find out in the future, but in the present, no one knows the real behind-the-scenes story. You don't get it in the documentary. You don't get, unless you were there, you don't really know until you watch this show.
Why do you think the Wu-Tang Clan is such a unique group that will probably never be duplicated?
They just stuck to their script, you know what I'm saying? They never sold out, you know what I mean? And they were unique, especially for the time. Entertaining and inspiring people, you know what I'm saying, is what Wu-Tang became. And that's, I would say that they were the most unlikely group of people. They were the most unlikely situation to become a success story out of America, which is why they call it Wu-Tang and American Saga, because it really is like, you know, someone called themselves the old dirty bastard. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta think about that. Ghostface Killer, Raekwon the chef. Maybe when you watch the show, if you don't understand why he's called the chef, you know what I'm saying, you will find out what we cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like, these men were having to do what they had to do, you feel me? And they became rap legends.
Thank you so much for talking to me, and Wu-Tang and American Saga is streaming on Hulu now, so be sure to check it out.